assume you're mute yourself anyways, since it's Easter egg. Good morning. Or well, early afternoon. Elsie is really quiet on stream. Yeah. Test.
Hello.
He's still pretty quiet. I don't know if that may like. Yeah, true.
Okay, yeah, that's completely reasonable then. Schumacher, imagine we got a live Schumacher during the stream.
Yeah, one of us would need to restream for that though. I don't think Phantom is gonna get German ads.
I mean, maybe he has a VM just for a Schumacher.
Elsie in Prologue did it, because Elsie still seems quiet while speaking loudly. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, that's probably smart. Elsie.
Hey, it's a prediction. Hopefully it works.
Submission's closing in 30 minutes. That's gonna be like after chapter 1.
Yeah. I mean, apparently everybody did it like after chapter 1. So
True.
Cool. Oh no, I found a way now. Either way, it doesn't matter. Like, if somebody's super late to the party, they can do it.
Yeah. As soon as they wake up.
I mean, let's see. Alright, wonderful. You got already ads on Moonlight on Furious' screen. Let's go.
Pyrrhus is ready on the race time room. Good job. And the countdown is started. It's time for the second most exciting split of the run.
Yeah, Moonlight Furious is the next one. Alright.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not a delayed start. It's that Phantom isn't live and is therefore like streaming directly from the capture card, but
Oh.
Fioris is from the web. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so there will be like a bit of delay either way the whole time. Okay.
Fioris recently got a huge BV, which put them a lot closer to Phantom, so this should get pretty close.
Definitely.
What is happening with Fioris' camera?
I have no idea. Have you seen how it went up and down there?
Yeah. And it's generally very zoomed in.
Yeah. You can't even see the bottom of the screen.
I wonder if you'll even be able to see their HP, because, you know, the top is also cut off.
I think we won't because it's so zoomed in. Yeah, that will definitely be interesting.
Yeah. Certainly interesting to watch.
I think we will also definitely not see like Fuse points on body. Like how close Fuse is like to a level.
I mean, we can just check their stream itself.
Yeah,
Okay, now, is Phantom currently moving Furious? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's weird that the up and down thing only happened like during sections so far where Phantom didn't have to mash much. But either way, it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can barely see their HP endpoints on the SPM community stream as well.
I mean, it's seeable enough. I think that could do the work.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So they're basic. Yeah. So they're basically equally matched, but it doesn't really matter. It's Prologue. Any minor time save one is over the other is very negligible.
Yeah, definitely.
I would say Furious is maybe a tiny bit ahead, but she's
Yeah,
not.
probably. Because the delays though.
Yeah.
I would definitely be curious how like they will prepare for like the pit and stuff, because I know that Phantom most of the time like actually doesn't like to go to Flynn and buy like an Ice Storm or Thunder Rage, but actually hopes for tops.
Yeah, I think actually I don't really know, but I think Furious is gonna do that as well. They've
Yeah.
gotten like actually really good runs in like pit light, so only the pit. So I don't think they're like gonna buy heals or something.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but who knows, maybe they will. Maybe they will just try to play it safe. We'll see.
Yeah, fair.
But I guess we will see them 1-2 already if they decide to either go for light or dark moon, which I'm pretty sure both of them will go for dark moon.
Yeah. You know, Furious is still playing on JP Disc.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. Have you seen the delay between like this cutscene and the text box right there? That was pretty abysmal.
Yeah. Disc loads are much slower than loads on any other platform, but especially than VC, which is what Phantom is playing on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just kind of considering, you know, not people on the best version.
Yeah.
It's really up to play, actually. Oh, use an item menu!
Yeah.
Uh,
You're not
yeah.
expecting for like the text bar stand and you keep mashing. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, really unfortunate if it does, but either way, not the biggest time lost.
Yeah. So they're gonna get the items here and in the next room because those are really fast to get and useful in the pit and later on in pre-chapter 2. Neither of them opting to go for the 3 coins that are basically free. Probably not healing them.
This will be the end of the one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, never used for one.
Yeah.
Would have been really amazing if like both of them would just got fire blocks or something like this already.
I don't even think Droombas can drop fire burst.
It's just what many enemies thought the point stack on top of each other and they both fit perfectly. Unfortunately none had like a flower or something, but yeah, this just got an item up for a heal.
What Furious get?
The vegetables. The vegetables.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Furious leaving in 10:42 and
Wait, 10:42?
yeah.
It will be a little bit ahead of Phantom. I think Phantom was with 10:45.
The Phantom's the run is not updating. I don't know where they are. They're still pretty much tied going into GBS, which is generally the first major point of issue.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully both of them will get an make
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet right now.
GBS is you flip out of bounds with some weird collision with the sign there. You then walk over to where the like gap with the green bridge is by jumping over some of the like house collisions out of bounds. And then you set up both of them getting the dark room movement, very nice. You then set up to do a precise input the one frame, which both fall off. Wait, what's happening with Furious?
I think Furious went like into the right position and then went back into to line it up with the sign again. Oh,
Okay,
Phantom got it.
Yeah, Phantom got it. What you're doing there is you're landing on a... The thing is that the back wall of that room in 3D is slightly like sloped to the back, meaning if you on a very precise point in 3D, you can actually stand on it and walk up, which allows you to just jump over the gap. Furious still not... I think their respawn position is sort of weird, because they... Oh, they clipped back in bounds.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Yeah, because then you have to walk all the way back to the shop. Phantom doing the 1-3 mini grind, which, you know, good points.
For the GBS cutaway, there's also an easier version of it where you can jump over to the right right now and it's safer, so you can actually skip like the time right now, and then you can see like everything when you are doing the jump.
Yeah, the reason why that works is then when you hit a safe block and reload, it puts you in... Oh, Furious, nice, Furious getting on the scene. You get back to 2D, which makes you fall out of bounds, but because you just reloaded, you've never actually been on solid ground before. Meaning it respawns you at 0-0, which is past all of the movement and out of bounds.
Alright, Furious on to 1-3 announcement and Phantom about to fight Chunks. Phantom will now pick up the chunks and basically try in the corner to constantly jump on him without touching the ground, and so get a really quick kill.
Yeah, and a lot of style shifts to really get a lot of points.
Yeah. There's a bit of RNG in this fight where Shanks can like just do like upper attack, especially the grab is really unfortunate. That just happened right there.
Yeah, okay, oh yeah, fell off.
Yeah. And the grab is really unfortunate because it really messes with the timing there, and if you get grabbed, you are put in a really, really long animation. That's not what you really want in there.
Yeah, it was still pretty fast even with that fail.
Oh, definitely.
I think Furious is gonna go for the enemy jump here. As far as I know.
I know for sure the Phantom will go for ITS now. And it will go quickly.
Furious getting the enemy jump at the same time.
And Phantom got the ITS.
Yeah.
So for ITS, basically, Phantom picked up the ice trouble and got hit by a projectile, so it was put higher up in the air, and Phantom could just use it to jump on a higher platform. Phantom also does now BPS, which basically requires a really precise position to jump on a really small edge and just completely skip until the star block, and skip a really long animation with it.
Yeah. Furious going into chunks with exactly the same amount of points as Phantom, also being off screen while fighting him. It seems like it's doing well though.
That was a really clean chunks. That was
Very
beautiful.
nice, yeah.
Also, I don't think we've explained yet, but the way this enemy jumped that Furious did earlier before the chunks like well, it's just by picking up the enemy and taking mid-advantage. The enemy will drop and Maui was able to jump on it mid-air.
Yeah.
And basically almost Furious did that. It's much faster than the coconut jump that Phantom did to go over the gap, but also much riskier.
Yeah, because you can retry the coconut jump, but if you fail the enemy jump, the swig is probably just gonna die in that quicksand, and you have to like go the really slow intended way.
Right, Phantom onto Purely right now and got the clip first try. Wonderful. And he was done DPS now.
Yeah.
So
Very nice
that's the-
early.
Yeah, that was a beautiful one. So Kieli basically is just a corner clip where you go out of bounds and then you can just walk out of bounds a little bit and completely go behind the stone platform right there and get the key much faster obviously than the intended route.
Yeah.
Alright, Fuse on to Kioli right now as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully they will get the beautiful cycle.
That was fine, I guess.
Yeah, it was not perfect. So basically what Fuse and Phantom both did there was they proved throw right there, because if you enter a door while they're active, especially a key door, then there's actually the animation where they go into the door as well. This is completely ignored, so you have a much faster door entry time basically.
Yeah, you're not counted as active pixels following you, so the door doesn't wait for them to get to the middle of it before closing.
Exactly. We might even see this like a couple of times in the pit itself, because there are many key doors and who knows, maybe as long as they are using Furrow, they might go for it.
Yeah, there's also spot into one where you can do it.
Oh, true, I totally forgot about
Phantom going into the very fast and very exciting Fractal fight.
Yeah. So if you really love boss fights where you have to wait a whole minute, then I got the boss fight for you.
Yeah, he does one attack. No, 2 attacks in 40 seconds.
Yeah. But thankfully, even though we have to wait a while now for this amazing fight, obviously, the good thing is that like once we actually have the chance to attack him, that's actually a really good threat. And this will make the fight much more faster, much more exciting. Oh, there we go. First attack of the entire fight. This definitely didn't took long.
That was really impressive Phantom watch that,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, what an amazing performance right there.
Do you think this will be no hit?
Ooh, this would be bad. I think Phantom would take damage right now. It would be very close.
Yeah.
So basically Phantom will take CP damage now to obviously its defense to land much faster on Fractal. And now we have a better position right here.
Yeah, Phantom is going to stand on this place because where the Fractals spawn are based on your position on Fractal, and then pick up those 3 Fractals that just spawned, throw them at the antenna, and then another one will spawn, which he will use for this trick, which is Fast Fractal, where you line up and then flip twice to immediately land back on the antenna, so that you don't have to like pick up Fractals to throw again. And hopefully gonna do that as well now. Again now.
And the reason why we just picked up like Fractal evoke rate is not because they are in this range, but just because it pushes them a little bit more to the right, which makes it easier to understand.
Yeah.
Wonderful, that was a very beautiful Fractal Phantom. Hopefully these views will go with us as well.
I think there's like a 25 flat chapter 1 for Phantom around.
Yeah, it's definitely a really great one.
Sheer is also doing the clip through Fractal.
Yeah.
That's up 25 even for Phantom. Wonderful. And a very nice Fractal from viewers as well.
Yeah. Phantom got a 24.59 or something, and Here is around a minute 30 behind Phantom, which is definitely a sign that can be made up in the pit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Or like even if like the pre-pit is not perfect, the pit is just so prominently having so many ways that it really matters very, very little in overall.
Yeah.
One of them could still get to world record technically.
Yeah. Now we're going into the most exciting split of the run, which is only more exciting because it's twice the length and has technically one trick, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, if you wanna. So if you really thought the product part was really, really excited, then I think I have some beautiful news for you.
Yeah.
Because it's just prologue, but a little longer.
Phantom turning around in the elevator there saves time, like with other doors, but especially for that elevator, because that also decreases the time Thorough needs to travel to the middle of the door. So that probably saved maybe a third or half a second.
So in 1-1, when we still were there, in the story's house, those two runners collected many items, and as Mio has pointed out, one of those items will be used right now, which is the Fire Burst, so we can continue on into the story and get much, much further. The interesting part now will be there because like the newest item you collect is like on top of it, like in the item rack menu. Viewers now, for example, has to be very, very careful to not cook the wrong item and waste more time with it.
Yeah, the cooking animation is extremely long, so a single wrong input there could lose like 20 to 30 seconds. Phantom, Phantom didn't get any other items, so he cooked successfully and can now give it to Peach here.
It's kind of unfortunate to have to cook a Fire Burst right there because a Fire Burst is actually really, really useful in the pit for many, many rooms, like the 21 room, which is also why many people for the 1-1 grind, for example, just hope that they get a drop like it there.
Yeah.
But who knows, maybe they will still get it in 2-1. One ice
Yeah,
drop,
true.
that would also, that's also still a possibility.
Ice Storm Drop is a really important. Well, not important, but really good because you really want an item to kill the red chumps in 98 because killing them with Boomer takes ages.
Yeah. As an alternative, you can also just get a Thunder Rage, but getting a Thunder Rage drop like somewhere is just a bit more unlikely than an Ice Storm, because there are not as many areas.
Yeah.
Alright, Phantom now got Peach as a new character, and she's so great that we will only see her basically at the end of this one.
Yeah, well, one more time.
Oh yeah, definitely. The most important character. And even then, technically in 2-1 she's also obsolete, but with a different strat, but this strat is just kinda a bit too ridiculous for humans at the moment.
Yeah, there is a way to skip it, it's just too hard. Phantom now going to the Heart Pillar, where we will see the almost kind of trick, the only semi-interesting thing about pre-chapter 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Where he will flip back to 2D here to grab one of the Swiglet, and then throw it onto that. No, throw it onto that ledge and then jump up with it.
There are actually many different versions of this throw right there. Phantom now went for by far like the fastest one, not that much faster, but still. But also one of the riskiest one. If you really don't feel like going for like the throw just like this, you can also just jump with the enemy against the ceiling, and you will take like 1 hit point of damage, but the enemy will basically 100% drop on top of there. Which is a bit slower.
Technically, there's even a faster version where you don't use a swordlet at all and just jump up there with the thing, but it's also way too precise for humans.
Yeah. Who knows, maybe one day somebody will be crazy enough to go for it.
Tart can do it, I'm pretty sure, but they also
I'm not surprised it's not.
Yeah.
Alright then, now time for the final time until the last room of the pit where we will see Peach.
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah.
We easier to get over one gap and then switch back immediately because she moves slower than Mario for some reason.
For this movement, what here that Phantom does, there are actually many different threats that are even humanly viable. This by far is like the safest threat that Phantom just went for. Just flipping into 3D, flipping back and just doing the pattern movement. But there are also different versions where you get hit by the flying Para Koopa and just get pushed on top of the platform so you can just completely avoid the flipping. But also obviously much easier.
Phantom now probably doing another Throater, and after that going into blue switch early, where normally you need to like get to the pipe up there and then walk in the background to the switch and then all the way back. But what Phantom is going to do there instead is flip back so that they're flip back above a ledge in 3D, and the screen is and they missed it. Okay. Something is happening. Yeah, you don't want to jump on the Goombas because it cancels the Z jump. But what Phantom is doing there is, that was very close, yeah, is using a certain number of inputs to get closer to the background and then going over there and flipping, which puts you out of bounds because that part of the wall is slightly further towards you than the rest of that wall. And then flipping over here and hitting the switch and voiding out to respawn at the door. And that probably saved like 10 seconds or something.
Yeah. the intended way is just going like on top of the pipe at the beginning of the room. There are two versions of it, just not jumping on a Goomba to go in there, or just use a backup flip strat where you flip on in 3D and position yourself much more on the walls basically. Jump on the block in 2D, flip back and just jump on top of the pipe. But this method that Phantom used right there is just the fastest version by far.
Here is probably also gonna do it with a little bit less lag back in the middle.
Hopefully. I mean, definitely if Fuse gets really well now, they can definitely make a lot of time.
Oh,
They
they're
can
doing.
Goomba jump.
Oh, they're doing the intended strat, which is, well, not really intended, but the old thing, which is to jump off that Goomba and then walk on the background to the switch and then back.
Yeah. For the Blue Switch early version that Phantom used, there was also like an earlier version where you actually use Peach in this chapter to clip out of bounds with a Goomba. But this is just ridiculously hard, has many frame perfect inputs, and yeah,
It's
not really worth
slower. There's no reason to do it over new.
it. Definitely. It was only the past 4 times, but even then nobody went for it.
Yeah. Phantom now getting Boomer because skipping Boomer would require our Shell Shock, which we really want to use in 89 for points. And then return piping to head into the pits.
So Phantom is now on his way to the pit of 100 rights pipe, and what he will do to enter it is do a tiny little trick called the Boomer throw, which is just placing down Boomer, switching to throw, pick the place bomb up and throw it on top of the switch so it can get activated much easier.
It's much faster than going all the way around. And gets it first try. Very nice.
Wonderful.
And heading into the pits. I guess we can say the same thing that every other commentator has said about the pit. The keys are RNG, the room layouts, like how the blocks are placed, are not RNG at all, nor are the amount and types of enemies within each room, but their location is RNG most of the time. And the entry and exit doors are also RNG, although they do come in pairs, meaning that a certain exit door is always gonna pair with a certain entry door. It makes for a very nice mix where you can still learn the rooms, but it's definitely still RNG how fast they are, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. It's really like about like just improvising and adapting to the situation of the pit. Which is also why it's like a really great beginner category, but also a really hard one once you get much faster in this category. Also for the Boomer throw, which is now something viewers will go for, there are also different threats where you can, for example, just complete without Boomer and just jump on top of this with a frame perfect, precise flip at the right position, but this is really risky and potentially can lose a ton of time.
And there's also a thing where you can switch to Peach, which makes it a lot easier because she's taller. But it's just, you know, you can learn the other thing, and most people just do it with Mario. Okay, there's about a 5 room difference, which is not that much. Phantom getting edge darted by that Chervil.
Phantom about to get 60,000 level up. which will be the next damage up.
Yeah, Furious already got it because they had much nicer chunks.
Yeah. If you also make like some shots, obviously the shots are so, for example, instead of 3 hits in the shovel room with Phantom hit was, Furious will only 2 hits, which is obviously a bit faster. That was a very nice threat of yours right there. So basically if you go in the middle of a pillar in 3D, you can just jump through them sometimes. I do sometimes because it doesn't work always. It depends on the height of platform which is above.
Yeah, collision of pit walls is really weird inside of them.
Yeah, and you basically just I've used it to grab our Spiglets while being inside of it and just like killing it by throwing it into another one, which already helps doing a bit more damage to the other one as well. You also got put to sleep by the shovels, very unfortunately. Very unfortunate keep the down.
You could kill it through the wall. On the worst case, he would have had to go all the way around, which, I mean, he could have like picked that boomer below it, but that would still have been pretty slow. Furious now heading into 10 and then 11, while Phantom is still in 14. The gap is getting smaller really quickly right now. Furious was playing really well with Thoreau. What Phantom did there was use Boomer, because if they use Boomer without damaging anything, because that Blast Boxer, Beatboxers, and Boomboxers get stunned if the Boomer is detonated near them. Phantom getting another pretty unfortunate key here.
The last key is very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm not flipping into 3D to go down from
It's not as uncommon as you'd think. They tend to like walk out of the way before the other shells hit them, and they're not great for points, so it's arguable how much that's worth it. Oh, Phantom was just in 17, Furious in 50, and Phantom is getting some really bad luck. Okay, that was a decent key though.
On to room 19 team. This is a really unfortunate room because there's a Koopa Troll in this room, which takes a lot of Boomers to be killed, and obviously we don't want this enemy to have it.
Oh.
So quickly has it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And yeah.
Phantom does know how to do the despawn, but that's like a pretty kind of difficult strat. It takes a lot of HP.
Fuse will also be just as lucky as Phantom in this room. Alright, and this is the one room where a Fire Burst, for example, would be really amazing, because those bindings take 2 Boomers to kill, and with a Fire Burst you can just kill all of them, basically, when they're on.
Yeah. Phantom balancing Boomer between those two. Oh, a tonic. That's
Ooh.
nice. That's really nice for the either for 86 or 98.
Yeah. Alright, Pure Spanking also didn't get Koopa Troll. That's very beautiful.
Beerus going into 21, Phantom into 23, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh, life shroom drop from a Fuzzy. That's rare. Fuzzies, Dark Fuzzies, and like the gold, not the gold, the gray Fuzzies are the only enemies that can drop life shrooms in the game.
It's unfortunate that a really unfortunate last key in the 21. Which is also why it became over like half a minute. Very well played 22 though.
Yeah.
And also the Boomer Phantom of Justin, this is the reason why you want like a 60,000 level, because otherwise you are basically not able to really kill the change.
Yeah, there's some niche scenarios in which you can still defeat it, but most of the time you just can't continue. Ooh, Furious on 3 HP, which is I think is one shot with a Juggle projectile, but gets the key. Kind of far away from the 90k level. Well, I guess this room can give a lot of points, but I don't know.
I mean, Fuse still has like our backup toolkit, I'm pretty sure, from
Yeah.
the Soviet post.
Might be worth using here, because especially in 26 with the daisies, you are not gonna survive them.
Oh, definitely. But who knows, maybe Fuse wants to play Whiskey and gets a very awesome...
Okay, no. It's a totally leaf. Okay, that wasn't unintentional.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about the third leaf, but the two Fuse have their vegetables, so I completely forgot about them already.
Turtle leaves are near useless. They give double defense for 10 seconds, which is enough to kill like 2 enemies. They're not useful aside from selling for coins.
And even then, they don't...
Phantom also getting...
Okay, this will be very scary, because the next enemy's Phantom will counter to 2 damage per hit, so this will be very interesting how Phantom will play it.
Okay, it has to flip and can't. Oh!
Oh! Phantom!
Phantom!
Oh no, Phantom, what are you doing?
Okay. You should probably heal, in my opinion. You can hear us, by the way, I know that.
They took that
Okay.
That was really well played. Super risky as well.
Yeah.
And also... Oh no, my Phantom would have been fine. Phantom got the life stream, that's right.
Oh, true, yeah. You're right, I forgot.
Yeah. This was also a really abysmal room now. There are only 2 enemies in this room. Phantom got obviously by a 50-50 shot the last key, and then still had to enter a pipe, which is basically always the slow option. There are some niche scenarios where it is fast to go into a pipe, but basically you never want that to happen. Oh, have you seen that tournament? That was so unfortunate for viewers.
I'm not sure what Furious is doing. They can. The door is. Oh, I thought the door was on the top left.
Basically, if you're curious why this enemy turned around, but therefore viewers, it's just because the head collided with the other enemy. So if two enemies collided with each other, they just fall.
Phantom getting a Peachy Peach.
And a key as well. Great drops today.
Yeah. Furious getting a unlucky Tyloid key. Phantom it now in 34. Furious? I don't actually know where Furious is. 32. So still really close.
Phantom getting a really bad key in the Enum Flash room.
Yeah.
At least it was not that bad.
Furious got the level up, so they don't have to worry about HP anymore for a while. Ooh, the chop on the top left for Phantom went to 3D. Ooh, Ice Storm
Ooh,
drops.
an Ice Storm!
I guess now he can definitely use the tonic in 86.
Oh, definitely.
Well, yeah, I think it was him that got that tonic. It's 36, which has Ninjas, a beautiful enemy that has a random chance to not die when you kill it.
Yeah.
And also very hard to predict movement. In all the ninja floors you really want to get a good key, although 36 is probably still the easiest ninja floor.
Oh, definitely, especially because it doesn't have like any of the annoying ninjas like Ninjonathan and stuff.
They're not called Ninjonathan.
Are they called this?
I thought they're Ninjo, Ninjon, and Jerry. Ninjonathan is crazy.
I just call him that now forever. This is a great name. I thought his name was Ninjonathan. Either way.
Two rooms apart and you're really close now. Phantom getting a unlucky key in this room. But Furious also getting a bad Ninjonathan key.
They are called Ninja. I like mine better.
Ooh, Furious, I think that was 28, so almost in the same room for a second. Oh no, no, I forgot. Yeah, that was this room. Oh, first stage.
Oh, what an amazing key.
Yeah.
Okay, Phantom now onto the Clubbers, which are some of the most hated enemies in the pit because they have a ton of HP, do a ton of damage, and are very, very annoying to kill very quickly.
Yeah, in a scenario like that where Phantom was just in, you just have to wait until they turn around, or pick them up, or do like a precise jump on them, which you don't really want to do. So they can get really slow to kill.
Really just one to land on them. Basically, underneath a ceiling is the best case, so you can do a ton of damage really, really quickly and deal with them this way.
Nice. First
Alright,
aid for Phantom.
Just one room difference now. Okay?
Yeah. Phantom got a... Yeah, Phantom got the first key.
That was... What are the clubbers doing down there?
Phantom got the first key.
Very great first key as well, because you don't really want the Cooper football guy to have the key in the bottom right.
Another first key, wow!
It's getting ridiculous. Fuse that I think has a second key. Maybe one.
Phantom struggling with killing one squad.
Second key for Fuse and
Phantom getting another second key or something.
Yeah, great.
Phantom getting another first key!
It's insane right now. He still hasn't gotten this half a minute in this room already.
Yeah, Phantom in 47 and Furious in I think 44.
Yeah, the gap is getting bigger again.
Yeah, because Phantom's insane. Okay, this room is a tiny bit more tame. Another Peachy Peach.
Phantom's still playing at the same time.
Almost had to pick up that dry true.
But the drive-thru was the most scary part of this room by far. Alright.
Here's
Yeah, let's go, Ed!
this is an ad for Otto. The no wait no that's on my screen. I got it's for the German chain. Yeah, makes sense that that's not Phantom.
Man, View vs. 1 looks amazing so far.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I really want to join the British Navy right now.
Wow, how come?
The ad was just really effective.
Oh.
Wait, how is Furious so close again? Wow.
I don't know, I only saw the ad.
Yeah.
Lasky
Furious on
48.
4. Furious on 1.
He was about to die. Alright, 51.
51.
Right, and in the 49 room with Phantom was just in, this is like it's still a really great chance to get like a Thunder Raging case here. I haven't got it yet. I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to get them for, you know, the item up, but in case you get a bad key, there's still hope for you. Like really great draw spawn in this room for Phantom. But there's a chance that it's like in the top left and then you have to enter typing and the draw spawn one, so this is much better.
Although he does have to take a large route around the pipe.
But it's still good better than getting it up the pipe.
Furious heading into the 51 now. Well, 50 and that 51. Phantom getting a good key in 53.
Oh, what a beautiful key for Phantom right there. This Clubber Dry Bones room can take so insanely long, and this is a really great key. Yeah, Fuse not so lucky with those unfortunately.
Yeah. He's gonna have to use the pipe to get back to the top one.
Oh, shell shock!
That's a really rare drop.
Okay, yes, we have backup 89.
I mean, shell shocks aren't really useful for anything. I guess 86 if you really want to, but you don't really want to use them in turn 98. Although you can do like the boomerless strats, but that's still not really fast.
I mean, Fuse could have just went for Mosquito and would have saved time to one then.
Yeah, shell shock could be nice for 73 if Furious doesn't do super boomers. But even then, that's not gonna be much faster.
See what Fuse will use it. If they use it. Alright,
Yeah.
oh, beautiful key for Phantom.
Oh wow.
So this 58 room is also really abysmal because just like in Room 19 it has an enemy that takes a really long time to kill, even if there's a despawn version for them to...
Ooh, Hot's another item
Hot
after
sauce?
Phantom.
Okay, so... Something that Phantom got earlier, but it activates much faster, but doesn't last very long, and both sides just double it.
Hot sauce, I guess, could be used for 79 or 66 or something. I don't know. Furious, Phantom has regained most of his lead because of those really nice keys and even drops, which are gonna save even more in the future.
Do you think like the hot sauce could maybe be...
What you cut out in the middle?
I'm just thinking about like some of the rooms that maybe use like skeleton rooms, for example.
Yeah, but realistically, you're gonna have 200k before 95, which at that point the hot sauce isn't that helpful. So I don't know. Ninja room is pretty nice, so you can leave room there. But it also doesn't last as long. I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunate key for Phantom out there. That's a problem. Another shroom shake. Those item drops are pretty insane for both, to be honest. Oh, beautiful. On Phantom 7 for the Clubber.
Furious going into 61 and Phantom into 64. Also, Phantom. Oh well, no, Phantom still has the life shroom. Getting another really nice key in 64.
I realize how insane the item drops really are. Phantom got a hot sauce, a mighty tonic, and a life shroom. And Furious can't stop getting shroom shakes or in general healing items, and even got a shell shock drop.
Don't forget Phantom's Ice Storm.
Oh yeah, that as well.
Oh, Phantom on Furious on 2.
And a catch cut drop.
Okay, getting out of it alive though.
Oh, really unfortunate luck for Phantom for the Skeletons and Ninja Room. I think that was my last key.
Furious back on 4. getting it tricky though. That was a close.
I was about to say I'm almost on 1 HP.
Just getting a lot of nice points there.
Right, Phantom onto 69. Good part of the year because the enemies in this room can definitely kill Phantom really quick. They do 5 damage per hit, so yeah, very dangerous. A super shroom check for Phantom. What are those items?
Very interesting. Okay, Phantom getting 160. Furious also about to get 160. If they don't die to the ninjas here, which they could.
The Boomer does 2 damage, so...
Yeah.
But hey, they got the key, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, okay, they got the level up. Okay. Phantom in 71, Furious in 67. Yeah, Phantom got some pretty nice keys.
Yeah.
And the items are really gonna help in the 80s.
Oh, definitely. The turnaround was so unfortunate. But no way. Great keep of Phantom. Alright, 73. Phantom will now attempt a trick called Super Boomer, where if you flip perfectly back from 3D into 2D, while Boomer is thrown, you just like that kill everything on the same floor as the Boomer and on the same or similar Z coordinate.
Yeah, it happens because if while you're flipping, if Boomer explodes while you're flipping, his like the texture is overlaid with all enemies in the room, like because of the perspective. So, but it's like a 2D explosion, so it kills everything within its thing perspectively, so that everything is damaged. Phantom getting a not nice key here. Probably in 3D somewhere.
Yeah. So Phantom just has to go into 3D and hopefully kill them or has to wait for them.
Where is it?
On that side as well. On the left side.
Oh yeah, there.
Yeah, those enemies are really awful. This was over 40-second long room.
Yeah, there can be really
Those clouds are also really they are very difficult in this room. Have you seen that glitchy animation? Either way, the clouds do a ton of damage, and there are so many of them, so be careful. Especially of that projectile.
I did not see Furious' glitchy animation. I have to look at it.
There was like this animation where the neck was already like pulled out of the body, but still the face animation.
Oh, that.
Inside the body plate.
Yeah, Furious going for Super Boomer, but missing it and just getting the key normally.
I mean, that works too.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go for Super Boomer, you can also just flip in 3D and kill them all in 3D there. It's by far the easiest way to do this.
Furious also having an annoying room here. Oh, that's...
Obviously, much more lucky than Phantom.
Yeah. Where is it?
Oh no! There it is!
There was one hiding off screen.
Okay, thankfully it wasn't a 40-second room, but still over 20 seconds. very amazing door placement.
And from flipping into 30 here to get all the guys to drop down. And then using the hot sauce to be able to one-shot them.
I mean, that was a good call. It's just getting the key instantly. Oh, very nice jump over the other skeleton right there.
Yeah, hot sauce is gonna run out immediately though, now, so that won't be helpful for anything else.
Another idea for Furious. I mean, just from a either way kind of useless. The pick obviously 3 hits no matter how high damage is, and the Tyler's Phantom is just at a point where he can kill those either way when he one-shot with Boomer.
Well, yeah, but yeah, true, that wouldn't even have been enough to jump on them in one hit.
Those were some really lucky spawns for Phantom. There were like 4 or 3 of those guys on top of each other.
Yeah, that's really nice because they give so many points, meaning if you can get all of them in one spot, you can easily get like 20k points. Especially in 99, that can get you a level up most of the time, even if you're really far away.
Fortunately, I never pressed in 99.
Yeah, but when some, like, at the, for beginners, you might want, some heal, like, not to be one-shot by Ragtail.
Also, that was, I think, a last key for Phantom, but he played so well that it really didn't even matter.
Phantom now going into the 3 rooms that really matter. 84, 85, 86 are the worst rooms in the pit. Probably, well, 85 you can argue, but definitely the other ones. Getting a Spanyaki.
The other slurps in this room they need instead of 1.2, so they take a really long time, and the only way to make it more like less abysmal is just once there's one left, just picking it up and pouring it into the ceiling so they can spawn somewhere else. Also, Fuse bought a Mighty Tonic, very interesting.
Phantom using the tonic in 85, which might not last until 86. Okay, no. Never mind.
Risky play, but it worked out. I think the Mighty Tank is about to run out.
But still got the key.
I was about to say that none of those had the key, that would have been so unfortunate.
Heroes, hopefully. Oh, that's bad.
Oh no.
Slorps have a really long animation of eating Boomer until they can come back, which makes them the slowest enemies in the game to kill, probably.
I went through alright. Okay, now
I'm pretty sure that was faster even.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, the final use case of our Pistorius items is where you want to use the chest to kill so many of those hyper boomers and also get many points as you can see.
Oh, Furious getting poisoned, but he's got a lot of healing.
And Phantom onto the final 10 rooms. Oh, really? Oh,
What?
what is this room?
certainly. Oh, Furious getting
Ice bomb
Ice
from
Storm.
Furious.
Furious should probably use the tonic here then. Okay, never mind. Just get a magic trick or treat.
Doesn't need it, doesn't need it. Wait, why did Furious bought it then? There's some other plan. Maybe for the chain jumps in 98?
Well, yeah, but he just got an Ice Storm for those.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But like, I was curious why.
Oh, originally, yeah, I assumed for 98, but even then, it's not. Tonics are not that fast for the red jumps because they're long animation, and the fact you still have to like jump on them a few times.
Yeah, definitely. Both of them in ninja rules. And unfortunately, it seems like not the greatest time to focus them right there.
Imagine getting the key though, Furious too.
Both got the key now. He didn't get a last. He didn't get an injury rule. That's not what you want to see.
What is Furious's thing? He's practicing shaking for chunks.
I guess.
Furious not getting the heat from the shell shot. Because like 4 people there just jumped over it.
That's insane. Alright, here's onto the 90s now as well. Our phone difference. Another item drop for Shroom Shake.
T-Rage.
Oh,
Furious hits the T-Rage.
I mean, it's faster than the Ice Storm, I guess.
It's not even really that much faster because they, even though it is one hit, the T-Rage attacks each enemy after each other, while the Ice Storm only attacks all enemies simultaneously. But I don't know, it's not like, I don't know what the tonic is going to be used for now. You're right. Double attack. How didn't I know?
Yeah, I mean, you only need half of the. That's not a game that can do that. Also, a last piece of Phantom. Man, those 90s are not too nice to both of those players.
Yeah. Phantom now going into 97. Might see the clip going for it.
Be careful, Phantom. Don't die now. This is by far the hardest room in the entire game. It has
Okay, nice.
right there.
He got the club. What he did there is that if you pause on the if you hit a ceiling on the first frame of a jump, you can pause, and then if you switch, you can go through walls, which he did to like go out of bounds to the left and then jump up using the Ice Storm here. Got the 25% down.
Also, this room right here, 98 and 97 are both always like the same, only different distance door, so really easy rooms to get consistent at.
Phantom going into a really fun room, 99.
Yeah.
Has a lot of, it's pretty easy and just has a lot of like points and stuff, and very rarely truly screws you over.
The only problem is that there are so many of them that not easy.
Yeah, it can get annoying if there's like one left and he's somewhere in the middle for some reason. Okay, Phantom entering Raktail.
Yay, we will see the return of Peach.
Phantom is probably gonna go for the Peach Raktail strat, which is fun. No, the, like, you know, the, antenna jump.
Oh, yeah. Alright, hey, did you miss the 40 second long?
Yeah.
I have great news for you then.
the stakes are tenfold this time. If you get hit, you're losing 10 HP, so you can't get hit more than 3 times, which is hard considering he only attacks twice.
The good thing is that this fight is just super easy, unless you're playing it on the PAL version where many more Crackles spawn, they shoot a lot more, they shoot much faster, so you really don't want it. Both players got the 25%.
Furious finally having a use for his tonic.
Wait, they still have the Ice Storm!
Yeah, they got a lot of items at the end, so the tonic was really helpful. Phantom now probably doing the strat, question mark. Yep, I think so. Setup very weird.
Oh, beautiful.
Was a RNG based one, but he's like, okay.
Yeah. Do you want to explain it?
There's not that much to explain, because he didn't really do a setup. You just, if you jump into, okay, Phantom, by the way, getting on the antenna by using Peach here. If you jump in the antenna while holding it, the Rackle gets dropped by hitting the antenna. And on its way down, it can be jumped on, which it can't if you're just like normal, like throwing it. You can also do it with Mario by like throwing it at the antenna instead of jumping into it, but that's not humanly viable. GG's Phantom. Ending with a nice Rectail. Phantom finishing out, I think, like a 12? 11, yeah, okay. GG's. So Phantom is gonna be advancing and facing the winner between Cora and Nevu next. And Furious is not out yet because it's a double elimination tournament, going against the winner of Thyme, Emily, or the loser of 18, which is Teddy or Manta.
Hey, but nice work there, Phantom, with the threat. So basically Phantom clipped like out of bounds with the corner there and just went like the sleep position was super weird then in the 2D segment, and Phantom was able to get the chest for the HP plus much earlier there. And also Furious used an Ice Storm to attack the Fracker antenna 10 times because Fracker actually doesn't have like a set HP value, but it's more that for Rectail and Fractal you just have to hit a certain amount of hits, and for Rectail it's 10, Ice Storm does 4 hits, so yeah. Furious is done as well now.
GG's. Both finishing a pretty decent time for a tournament.
Oh, definitely.
Furious. Hello, commentators.
Phantom.
I don't know if you're hearable on stream.
I am.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, you are.
GG's Furious. Good game there. Furious is behind me, pretty much scaring me a bit. Only a 2-room difference at times, maybe even 1-room difference I think it got down to, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The item luck for the both of you was
Both of us are ridiculous,
insane.
yeah. It's
You
absolutely
should
ridiculous.
just do 1-2 and do a live stream jump with your live stream.
Oh, you know what? Illustrate it, I've never attempted one in my life. GG's Furious. I didn't even split for total time, but I think it was a 125-23, I want to say, for Furious.
GG's Furious. Their
GG's
splits
Furious.
say 18.
18, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the delete.
It was close. It was close.
Oh, definitely.
Without GBS, it would have been even closer, probably. Maybe
Yeah.
Furious would have been at times.
It would have been. It would have gone out to
realized
Raptor.
I just realized Furious got a super catch card as well.
Wait, is that what SP stands for? Super?
I just always call it a super catch card. I'm pretty sure it stands for it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
My world has been destroyed.
The super catch card revolution. Oh my no. Oh hell no.
Yeah, after Phantom does LSG here, we're gonna end stream.
End
So,
stream. Is there any other
next-
matches on today?
Yep, there's one in 11 hours, I think, between Manta and Teddy,
Nice.
and then I think there's one tomorrow too. Yeah, between Korra and Neva.
Oh wait, I need to die like infinite times.
Do you have a shell shock or something? No. You can buy one.
I can
and then
buy
you can
one.
use
Buy
it.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good call actually.
She's also going for it now.
First
Okay.
thing that I'll-
Okay, the wait is not over. It's now about to get live stream jump first.
Do I buy two? I might as well buy two, right?
Yeah, make sure you don't die from the shell shock.
That would be so funny.
Can I use it in the
I
shop?
mean, you can just buy it.
I missed.
You should probably
were so
stop. Yeah, that was not very effective.
You were so used to 89 that you can
You get hit twice by the shell shock now, and then you're at 1. Okay, now get
Okay.
hit one more time, or just go out fast. Okay.
12 damage. Insane.
I've never done another day in my life. I've never attempted one, so this will be something.
I believe in you.
I don't even know what to do.
You,
just
um,
an A or 2.
Yeah, press the button when the animation ends.
You know, actually the whole pit tournament was a lie. It was all leading up to this moment right here.
Red and green bush, yeah. That's all I was
Exactly. Wait, wait, wait a second, if it's green, if it's red and green bushes, why are you doing green bushes?
Good point.
You can go back to the red bush if you want.
Okay,
Alright,
now
here we
don't go out of bounds again.
I don't know what to do.
Just time your 3D damage so you die over the pit and that.
You can use a home menu in the middle at 1.
I'm
Like
not
in-
home mentoring.
Okay.
Oh, what are we, man?
Oh,
Nice.
good
Okay.
attempt. Good attempt. Wait, I can buy one. Wait, can I buy one?
You can buy like 3.
Yeah, but I
Maybe more.
don't. I don't think.
Why
you
is
need
JCR
to,
facing the wrong way?
Why is JCR looking the wrong way?
Oh, I can buy that loads. I'll only give it one more attempt.
Yeah, one more attempt. And that's gonna truly decide something. I'm not sure what. Here's
Use
the
this outpoint for live stream jump.
Let's go.
We really didn't feel it here. Wait, don't kill yourself though!
Alright, here we go.
Okay.
Now home menu in the middle of the thing because it displays the last thing like in here key chest, you know, midair chest.
Yeah.
It's time. Go.
No, just press A. Let's go.
No.
No! Okay, Furious also going for it.
Okay. Come on, Fuse. We
You're
believe
such
in you.
Furious.
Both of you want something.
Here we go.
Oh?
Oh.
Oh. Ah.
No.
Alright.
Would've
Thank you
been
so
nice,
much for
would've been
Furious
nice.
for having this
Okay.
race. It's been a very good race. Furious will drop into losers round 4, I believe, against
Yeah,
either
against
Thymus or Emily, and the outcome of loser of 18, which is Teddy or Manta.
Teddy and Manta.
And I will be progressing to winners semi-finals against either Cora or Nevu
Which will be decided tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
I won't.